Alright guys, so today we're going to be putting in my new intake grate on the bottom here. Um, yeah, pretty much just going to see what we can do to get some more water into this pump. Whoever had this before had a metal one on here and it just snapped off like completely at the stem. And I don't know how that could have possibly happened, but it did. So I just got in my new PJS intake grate. So brand new PJS here. Let's see. Not bad. There we go. Sorry guys, working on my new camera here. The first time using it, so forgive me. But pretty much what we're gonna do is just install this tonight and then get this thing back out on the water. I want to go ride tomorrow. And then, so get out our Allen wrenches here to take out the old one. Still too big. What the heck? Size 5. There we go. Alright, so we got that loosened up here. Wish I knew what brand he had on here. It's got a number 5 on it. I don't know. But whatever. So I'm going to test fit the new one. There is a ton of silicone under here for some reason. So I am going to quick grab a screwdriver and scrape all that garbage out. Let's see if I can get you a better angle here. I'll move you. There we go. So that's what we're working with here. So let's get all that scraped out and then get the new one in. Should just probably take this ride plate off and clean all this silicone out, but I've got a new impeller on the way, so that should take care of most of my problems. So got it cleaned out all the way. There was a ton of silicone in here. There still is, but I'll be taking the ride plate off next week. I just want to get this put in for tomorrow since I don't even have one on there at the moment. So the silicone I'm going to be using to seal this up is going to be the DAP Ultra Clear. This is my favorite so far for my jet skis, just because easy to see, doesn't need a lot of extra maintenance, and then it just is a smooth and super clear. That's the biggest thing about it. It's very clear when it comes to putting this on. So yeah, let's get this bad boy mounted up. First thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a little bit of silicone on the end of these bolts just to give it a little bit of something to grab on once you get it in the threads. just so that way when it's bouncing around, they can't back themselves out. And it's a little bit easier to get them out than using like red Loctite or even blue Loctite, especially for something that's going to see so much water. It'll be important to get these sealed off. Alright, so we got the first two done. Now we got the big one. So there's 3 screws. We're going to have the 2 here, and then we'll have the one in the back that goes directly into the pump itself. Mine didn't actually have a screw, but I have so many spares that I was able to find one that'll fit. So yeah, let's put this bad boy in. Like a glove. Just get these started in there. Okay, that one's in. I'll do the front one here. Okay. We'll start with the back one because this one will fall quite a bit. I'm actually going to undo it and put a tiny bit more silicone on it. Just because, why not? Got some on my finger already. Alright, so that one's good to go now. Get that wedged into place and started to get screwed in. Alright, so got my T-handle here. We'll get this one going up and in. Hopefully we don't bottom it out. It is a little bit longer than the other 2, but we should be fine. There we go. We'll just tighten that. Okay, that one's good. That one's tight. That one's tight. You don't want to go too crazy with them, especially the ones in the front where there's inserts. So these ones have the inserts in the hull. You want it tight, but not overly tight. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to fill these gaps in with the silicone so we don't get any water leak, especially in the rear. Because that gap between there and the ride plate, you can miss out on a ton of water going into the ride plate. It's got a little bit of a rattle to it, so I might check that out and tighten it up a little bit. But for now, we have our silicone here. So we'll run a bead up and in here, and we'll just make it pressure itself in. With the ultra clear, you can see what you're doing behind yourself. Alright, so now that's in, we'll just run our finger along it, smooth it out. First side's good. Second side is good. Pump to ride plate is good. That one's good. And the final. So, you just want enough on there to make it have a nice tight seal. No gaps. double check it for gaps here. We got a couple little ones. One's right here. Let's add a little bit there. We'll add there and there. And if you have the time, you can always wait for it to set up and then do another coat and just go over what you already have. It's not the end of the world. You just want a nice tight seal on there. And then I'm going to go ahead and snug it down one more time just to double check. Little turn there. Little turn. And a little turn. So that's good to go. And that is a new intake grate.